Hello and welcome back to Nick's Hobbies and Interests. This video is focused on creating bag number 5. So bag 5 appears to be quite small, and apparently we are just making this little thing here. So what we're going to need is these two pieces. So I think let's begin. The knolling part of this process has already been done. Basically all I use is a screw box, and I just put all my little Lego pieces in that. Very simple stage 1, and that is just to go bam. Stage 2, or step 71 if you like, need some little corner pieces. 2 of them. Apologies this has taken so long to get out as a video. I recently opened a shop and that has had my full attention. And I'm actually just doing this on my evening off. For me, it's Sunday evening. And I've just finished watching a movie with my family and decided to sneak away and build some Lego. Some long straight bits. Is basically get them all nice and flush, and they are locking in on those light grey ones like that. '73. We're going with some more black pieces. These ones right here. Voila. You know what? Actually, I've got that wrong. There we go. Yeah. So that one is going next to the light grey one there, locking all those pieces together. And then that other one is going to go on the top there. We're on to 74 now, and we're going to need all these little pieces. So let's fish them out. So by my understanding, these curvy bits go on like that. Flap it like that. Like that. Voila, that's better. Those need to go on the ends here and here. Next up, we're going to need the beige piece, the black one with the little holes in it, kind of like a pair of goggles. 2 of those. And then 2 of those. And 2 of those individual pieces as well. And then I think what's best is to work from the end. Put those goggles on the very end, like so. Now if I'm correct, that's going there. With these, then like so. And then of course last but not least, those ones here. Right, and then last but not least, in like that. Cool. So firstly we're going to need these little ramps. We've seen them all before. Common Lego piece. We're going to need 2 of those, and then 2 of these. It's like an elbow or a bracket looking thing. So yeah, we're going to need 2 of those. The brackets are easy enough because they're going to go on the very end. Like so. And then apparently these are going on behind it. Kind of like that. Okay, nextly we're going to need this little white piece and this little dark grey piece. And then quite simply, one is locking into the other. We then need these light grey corner pieces. And then that apparently is going on there. And then these are apparently going one back like that apparently. If I'm not mistaken, we're going to need the 4-piece. So when I say 4-piece, it's a sloped, but it is 4 squares in total. So we're going to need that, and we're going to need this flat surfaced 2-piece as well. And then again, followed up with these pointy bits here. And then with that, that's apparently going on the top there. That one behind it, and not like that, like that. And then again, these down the sides. Until you're left with something kind of like that. And now, here's the fun bit, because apparently that is going on here. But before I make a mess of it, let's actually have a good look. So, according to the instructions, and I will show you those now actually, what we're trying to assemble is that there. Will it go on? I can confirm that did. Nice. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, that went on a lot easier than I thought it was going to. Maybe because it's new, hasn't been played with, hasn't been used, hasn't been broken or chewed. Okay, after that, we're going to need the curved piece here. Nice and soft finish to it. And then these little tiny pieces as well. Again, soft. And apparently that's going there. with that piece there, and then you would imagine, forgive my big fingers on this job, Jesus, right, that piece there. That kind of looks exactly like it should do. Same again on the other side, right there. Okay, so after that we're going to need these 3 pieces, and we're going to need 2 of those and this little piece. So let's start with the 3 piece. I assume these are doing this, and it's just to connect them all up like that, like that. Again, all it's doing really is securing this piece to that piece. And now, last but not least, after that we're going to need these little black angled slopes. They're a 2-piece, just so you know. And they are apparently going at the back, sloped kind of like that. Next step will be to take these little pieces again, and we're going to need these ones as well. It's a 1-piece, but with the that little circle tube on the end, if you like. So yeah, we're going to need those as well. And if I'm seeing this correctly, they're locking into like that. These are going like that. Next up, we're going to need these little black pieces. It's a 2-piece, sloped, smooth finish. And they are doing the obvious. What they're doing is they're just locking down these pieces. So one on the front like that, one like that. Okay, there's quite a listing of parts we're going to need here. So to go through them, black 3-piece elbow or corner piece, we're going to need 2 of those. Those little pieces, we're going to need 2 of those in both versions, the left and the right. We're also going to need the one little yellow piece. Kind of looks like, you know what I'm reminded of? I'm actually reminded of the Simpsons sofa that they jump on. I know that sounds weird considering it's a Lego piece and there's a spiky bit in the middle, but just initially looking at it, I could just imagine the Simpsons all jumping on it. So there's that. There's one of these pieces. Now it's a 4-piece, but with a bar underneath. So yeah, there's that. 4-piece, white, sloped, smooth finish. And then this bizarre white looking one. So odd shape, but it obviously fits somewhere. Okay, let's start with Step one. Step one is to connect that to that, apparently. Hey, nice. Step two is just to lay this funky thing, connect that at the front. Now I get it. I see what they've done there. They're doing that and that. Then there's the flat piece at the back, like so. That locks in both of those, even a little bit more. And then one going that way, like that. So it's sticker number 8, and it's got to go in here, or on here. Okay. If I got this correct, that little yellow piece has got to go in here. Right in there. This is where everything explodes. Or maybe not. Crikey. I love how this has got moving parts. I know that sounds really weird, but considering it's a robot and it's meant to be functional, I love how little bits are swiveling and moving about. Cool, let's keep going. We're going to start with these large pieces here. Then we're going to need this piece. And according to the instructions, that's just going to lock in the middle. Okay, if I've got the correct piece, we're after these black 4 pieces, soft finish on the top, but also curved. Now, if I'm following the instructions correct, we want to flip that over. And they're going to lock in here, like that. And also, like that. Next up, we need the dark grey piece, that one there. Apparently, that is just going to lock onto the bottom there, like so. Sorry guys, there you go, outside of the camera shot. There we go. Up next, we're going to need a few different pieces. We're going to need light grey, corner, and the 4 piece. These are just flat, they're not real big blocks. So yes, we're going to need those 2. And then we're going to need one of those. It's a black 2 piece with a little pointer on the end. We're going to need one. A black 4 piece. A black 2 piece. Voila. Here we go again. Right. So from the end, one like that. Sorry. One like that. Cool. That piece needs to go there. Followed by the 2 piece there. And then the one with the little end goes on the end. Okay, next we need the 4-piece in the white sloped, 4-piece flat in the white, and then 4-piece flat the grey. And then well, that goes on the end, followed again by the white piece, like that. And then apparently just the grey piece on the back. That appears to be accurate. Let's bring back all these little beigey pieces. So, yeah. And then if what I'm reading is correct, these pieces are just going flush. All right, number 96. It's going to be these interesting looking shaped pieces. If accurate, that's how it's going to go. All right, next up we're going to need the black flat 6-piece, and also the black 4-piece. Now I say it's a 4-piece, but it's a weird looking shaped piece. It's kind of like a boat. We're going to need one of those as well. Okay, basically what we're going to do then is connect them. It's going on the top apparently, like that. Voila. So there's actually a joint there, as you can see, and then that's just sitting on the end. Take the grey 8-piece, and that's going to overlap that joint immediately, locking those both together, and again making it nice and sturdy. A pointy white, it's a 2-piece, but it has got that accessory on the front. And then we're going to need a black flat 8-piece as well. Okay, so apparently that's sitting there, or is meant to. Voila, like that. And then the black one is going to go on behind it again, just locking down on those right there. The final one of those is going to be needed. Boom. Well, the grey 4-piece is easy. That's apparently going there on the very end. And then that, like that. Voila. Okay, step 101. It's going to require a few different parts. It's a grey 2-piece flat. We're going to need one of the 2 pieces with the point. The black steps as well. That is a 10-piece, isn't it? We've got the 6 here and 4 down there, so yeah, 10-piece, but it is like a step, a platform. We're going to need a black 2-piece flat, and then the black 4-piece, the one with this curve to it. Yes, going to need that as well. Okay. Then if I turn this sideways on, so it's like that. That one's going that side apparently. So sloped, point out to one side. Black 2-piece then is going on the top there. And then that voila. And if then done correctly, voila. Next up, we're going to need a grey 4-piece flat, a grey 2-piece flat, and the black 2-piece with the little pointer sticking out the side. First up, we're going to basically put the grey piece right there. And then the black piece is going to go on the right, there. And the grey piece is going to go on the other side, parallel to that one, right there. Piece. The 2 with the little diagonal bit. And we're also going to need another 8-piece as well. And then, same as before, black piece will sit there, and the little white 2-piece will sit there. You should have one white piece that looks a little bit like that. It'll only be the only one you actually get in the set. Want a grey 4-piece flat. So to follow this accurately, not the first notch but the second one back, that's going to go there, followed then by the grey piece on top there. After that, we need a long black piece, the 4, 8, 12 piece, and then the 4-piece, but the one with the slight curve to it, and it's also elevated like a step as well. We're going to need both of those. So, first up, leave, by the look of it, we're leaving the front 2 available. So it's like that. Because then this is going to be going underneath like that. We're going to need a grey 8-piece flat. We're going to need another white 2-piece with the triangle. And then the white 2-piece with the little ridge on the front. We're going to need that as well. Okay, so that grey piece is going on the end like that, followed by these pieces. Now they apparently need to overhang the body, so there's one. Sorry, that piece wasn't fixed down properly. There we go. There's the other. So lock that in. And then that, where we had those 2 white pieces before, well, that's going to sit in there Okay, for this next build, we're going to need one of those. The black 4-piece flat. The black 2-piece with the slope. I'll put that down there too. We're also going to need a black 2-piece flat. The light grey 4-piece, but it's one of those bracket type looking ones. We're going to need that as well. Okay, I'm going to start with the obvious piece, and that is to grab that one there. Now that is sitting over the end, actually like that. Voila. Now apparently that piece is going on the end, so it's the black 2-piece with the slope, so that's going on like that. On this side, the little piece with the stick, that needs to go in there as well. Are these the things Aloy would hop on? Interesting. Anyway, and then it's actually that one next to it, and then the 4-piece behind them, like so. Nice. And then you can only imagine that's going there. They're actually very, I don't want to say fragile, but I've popped a few of them off now in between the shots, and yeah, they do keep coming back up. But I mean, once this goes on display, I'm not going to touch it again. It's just going to sit there. We're going to need a flat white 4-piece, and then a grey 2-piece with the little stick, or that little thing. Now, apparently we've got 2 of those. All right, so apparently yeah, that little bit's got to overhang the black 2-piece there. So grab the other one. What that does though is it locks in that piece there underneath as well with the rest, and then to lock even those in, that piece as well. Boom. After this, we've only got one more of those left, so that's interesting. Unless it's of course a spare. The 6-piece flat black, that appears to be our last one of those as well, so we're coming to the end of this bag by the look of it. And as you can imagine, it's the same as before. That just goes on the top, and then that one is just going to go there. Now's the time to crack out that last piece, that 2-piece with the triangle. We're going to need it. We're also going to need the 4-piece in the white flat. And there's also a little black flat piece. That's it right there. Let me get the light just perfect. You see those lines on it? It's a certain piece. It's not just your average standard flat soft black piece. It is. It's got a couple of little markings on it. We needed that. Okay, so simple step, and that is just to, doesn't matter which way around you do this initially, but that needs to go on there like that, and then you just need to connect that on the other side basically, and then that is going right on the top. Okay, inside bag 5 you'll find you would have had one of these, just the one of these. Okay, so that is just going to go on the end apparently, like so. Okay, here's the bit where it all goes kaput. instead of actually connecting that, what I'm going to do is basically slide that through. Sorry guys, right. Okay. Is that really all that holds it? Interesting. I don't know how safe I feel about that, but okay. That is the Tallneck's, well, body and neck. Yeah. But bag 5 isn't over just yet. Let's crack on. It just so happens they only give you 6. So if you mess up, you lose one. That's it, you're done. I've heard though, if you actually contact Lego and tell them exactly what part you're missing, they do send you out something. So they're quite good like that. And I recently learned that if you've got a load of old Lego, you can send it to them and they'll buy it back off you. Alright, I'm following this now. So on those pegs going up the Tallneck, that's what you're locking these onto. Okay. With all those pegs in there, let's move on. Now, interestingly, they only give you 5 arms. Now, they claim oh dear. Come on. Voila. Well, that, ladies and gentlemen, that completes bag 5. So we've built the neck and the little blades.